Okay, well, I think that the Rose-Hulman students should vote for me because I would truly appreciate the opportunity to share my energy and innovative ideas with the student body in order to create, the best possible Rose-Hulman experience. I'm enthusiastic about harnessing every, implement at my disposal. I want to use physical forms of communication, putting up posters around school, using the TVs that, I don't know if you guys have seen the TV outside of the ARA. Well, those are going to start sprouting up all over campus, and so I think we could really harness a technology like that to maybe put summaries of minutes up on there, or any sort of social media, emails, SharePoint, etc. Really just kind of bring, right now I see it as we have 3 different islands. We have the administrators on one island, we have SGA on the island in the middle, and then we have the student body kind of on another island. And right now there are kind of some brittle bridges built between those islands, but people aren't really effectively crossing them to communicate with each other despite the fact that those tools are in place. So I think that we need to strengthen the bridges between these communities so that we can all just communicate cohesively and transparently.
I think student body should vote for me because I have one thing that no other candidate can offer. I have experience. I've been on the executive committee for 2 years, and the president is not a position you can write down on paper. I mean, a lot of people don't understand the hours that Mitch puts in going to meetings, day-to-day things. When a problem comes up, he needs to be there. I mean, I was sending him emails at 11:30 last night, and he was shooting me an answer. A lot of students don't understand really what the president does. I feel like I have a better understanding of the inner workings of the SGA than most other people because I've been on the executive committee for 2 years. I mean, the president is not a position that's easy to transition to if you've never seen what he does. You can ask Mitch, he came from class president into president. Even at first, it was a struggle for him. I mean, luckily, he had Derek and me who had been on the executive committee in the past to help him out. Next year, there's no returning executive committee members. All the current committee members are graduating. So that president is going to be someone who knows what they're doing and knows how to take care of the Senate right away. You don't want to walk in the Senate and start struggling right off the bat. And I feel like I can transition effectively and just take care of Senate and run it efficiently right off the bat like no other person could. And lastly, I feel like I have a good perspective of student life here. I've been an SA. I've seen that side of life. I've seen the everyday freshman in the residence hall. At the same time, this year I've lived in the fraternity house. I know what the senior with 1 quarter left wants. I feel like having those 2 different perspectives allows me to make the decision on what's best for everyone. I feel like having seen both sides, I know how to run an SGA that's best for every student involved.
Thanks, Brent.
So when I was an SGA and you would go to sit down at these meetings, you'd come to a couple of realizations pretty quickly. One is that there's usually about 10 senators that are going to voice their opinions on almost every issue that goes through. And second is there's the majority of the rest of the senators who, week after week, don't say anything. And it's partly their fault, and I also think it's partly the fault of the executive board for not setting the right tone at the beginning of their term. I think you need a SGA president that's going to be passionate and that's going to have put in the time and the effort to do his job well. And I am going to put in that time. And I'm going to put in the amount of effort required to do that job to the very best of my ability. I am that passionate leader that you want for SGA president.
Thanks, Brent. Carley?
The Rose-Hulman student should vote for me for SGA president. First, because I have experience. I've been an executive member in Tri-Delta and APO, and I've been elected as a senator for 3 years in a row. I've been on finance committee for 3 years, and I've seen the budgeting process twice. But I've been elected as a senator not just because nobody else wants the job or because I can't get out of it or something. I've been a senator because I enjoy being a senator. I love seeing things and I care about the Senate, and my constituents know that their voice will be heard when I represent them. And I have a passion for SGA, and I have a passion for making sure that my constituents' voices are heard, and I will have a passion for making sure that all of the student body, their voices are heard by Senate and by the administration. And So this combination of experience and passion is really what would make me a force for change on campus and a force for action on campus, and that's why you should vote for me for SGA president.